everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Eating Can Be Fun. So, check this out. And I always have to say I'm Beemore Foodie, not that I have to because you should know by now, but it's just me. Hey, listen, I just did a two-part segment on salsa verde, and I got that done. Let me just tell you what, so real, so fresh. The salsa verde is cooling right now, chilling like a villain in the fridge. I could do that on anything. If I were eating chicken, right, I'm kind of trying to keep off the meat for January, but I could put that on chicken. You could use this on whatever, not just have to be for chips. But I wanted to make it in a small batch just so I would know how to make it for the future in a bigger batch. So now what I'm doing, I've grated, and I showed you before in part 2 of salsa verde, I grated cauliflower and zucchini. I had a large zucchini, probably about that size. I grated the whole thing, skin on and all. I have a big grater I grated the zucchini. I alternated between the bigger holes and the smaller, and then I took about half a head of cauliflower and did that. Bigger holes, smaller holes, grated all that, mixed it together, and made sure all the liquid was out as much as I could. I took a jalapeno and a couple garlic cloves, chopped them up, put it in, and then I put an egg and some gluten-free breadcrumbs. I mean, I could have used regular, just happened to have gluten-free because when I went to the store one time, that's all they had, and that's all I could do. But nevertheless, at least I had them. So and then I did some cumin, I did some black pepper. So let me show you what I've got in the pan ready to go. So check this out. Now, the oven's on, they're going at 375. Now here's the fun part again, eating can be fun. You are riding the adventure with me. Do you have a recipe? No. So listen, the reason I don't usually have a recipe is because I just know what works well and I make my own stuff up. I make it up as I go. So what I'm trying to encourage all of you that are watching is that you can make your own thing up to, listen. 40 years ago, some Italian grandmother or mother in her kitchen was just this, that, little of this and that. There's no recipe. You just know what works. There's not this like scientific method. You just know what works and you go with it and then you keep it. That's what I'm trying to preserve in this day and age of technology. I say, you know what? I don't need to look on Pinterest or some other thing. I mean, I could. For some things, yes, but I like to do my own thing. If I know it works well together, and experiment. And if it turns out great, well then yay for me, and then it's a win-win-win. So these are going to be kind of like a baked zucchini cauliflower like patty. I was going to fry them. I thought, you know what, I'm not doing frying because again I'm trying to keep it good for January. So 375. The oven is ready to go. I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'm going to assume maybe 15-20 minutes, but that's the fun part. You're going to find out with me, and then I'll know. I love learning together, so I'm going to pop them in the oven, and whatever. If it works, great. If not, oh well. Listen, I've got extra stuff around here I'm just trying to use up. So what better way to use stuff up than just cutting it up, using it. I have to clean this counter. I just did a whole clean in the kitchen today, and now I've got to do another clean. Oh, well. Cleaning is good. Cleaning isn't fun, but kind of a way it is fun because once everything's clean, like, oh my gosh, it looks so clean here, then it is fun because you're like, oh, it just brightens up your day. It makes you feel good. So, on that note, I think what I'll do is when these are done, I'll come back and do another segment. Right now, we're almost at 5 minutes, so I'm going to leave you at this and let you do what you do for the next, I don't know, I'm going to time it on my phone for 15-20 minutes. You know what, let's just have fun. Let's do 20. I'll check it, and then I'll let you know. I'll be back with another segment of Eating Can Be Fun. I hope you're having fun. Listen, have fun. I'm just having fun. I'm not making this difficult. Well, who cares? Life is already rough as it is. Why make it more difficult? Have fun with your food. Darn it. All right. See you a little later. Cheers.